the radical route to the Gulbenkian because it's a 50th anniversary.
Radical Roots and Dangerous Ideas has been a project to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Gulbenkian Theatre.
It's a huge programme. It was put together by our ART31 youth board. Empowerment was kind of a buzzword. The topic of protest came out of looking at the archive material.
There's quite a lot of similarities between protests that were happening back then and then sort of protests that are happening now, and I think that's been a good bonding experience for everyone, old and young.
I think the intergenerational aspect it's kind of taken me by surprise how much that took on. We had our youth screen group, Screen 31, interviewing alumni students and staff from around the late 60s, early 70s.
Somebody said, what are you protesting about? And the answer is, what have you got? And that was really the attitude at the time.
I remember the junior common room and the bar was just continually littered with leaflets and flyers for hustings, for elections, for coaches going to demonstrations.
It's really important for young people to get involved in these sort of heritage projects. We're saying, this is our history, what can we learn from it?
It was nice seeing them today as well at the festival, have a little catch up and to see what they thought of the interviews that we did and what we did with the footage. When you're sat down with them for 45 minutes and you've only taken a little bit of what they said and put it into a bit of a wider project, you don't want to, a bit nervous to see what they think of it and whether they've enjoyed their time as well.
Just the connections they made, and the young people were really attentive, really interested in the stories.
We're lucky that we've been able to capture living memories of the people who were here at the beginning.
Some of us look back at the archives and we found that they actually started with a drama performance kind of protest.
So we had two guys from the Barbican. The two archivists actually helped the Gulbenkian with looking at our archives.
We were looking at the kind of first play that's put on at the Gulbenkian, so we were kind of looking at that as a kind of type of inspiration to then produce a performance that in a similar way would shock people today.
Especially looking up into the archives, it was actually quite interesting, and to bring it to the stage is actually an enjoyable experience.
It's interesting seeing somebody interpret what their interpretation is today from what we did in the early 70s.
The poets, the young poets that have been working with Cat Francoise, there was a whole range of subject matters that were all inspired from archive the past 50 years that the Gulbenkian have been through artistically and socially.
The poet's voice is still a strong voice, and it's still a really, really important voice. There's something about getting up on a stage, there's something about speaking, words out aloud that is still very, very, very important, which is very much in keeping with, Gulbenkian and what they were trying to do. They were trying to, be radical.
Today we've got a fantastic event here at the Beanie. We've been working with the Gulbenkian and with the ART31 group. It's really, really great when we get young people especially to reinterpret collections in a really fresh, vibrant and energetic way. They've also done some work with our exhibitions manager, and actually they've put on a display, in a big display cabinet here at the Beanie.
So today we had a pop-up poetry at the Beanie. The location in town means that you kind of reach a different set of audience, a different kind of people as well. So there were families, young children and some older people too. These kind of themes of radical roots and rebellion is kind of a conversation for all age ranges. So to kind of think about our past and our present and our future in kind of a space that has all of this kind of history in it as well. It's been really important, I think.
We are doing placards for protest. I've done Stop Bullying. And I have done More Music, More Fun. We do it because that's what we believe in.
There was a young boy wearing their placard with a manifesto of provocations of things that they believed in. It was a wonderful moment. It was one of the highlights for me.
there's like a dance group happening, they're doing a workshop, so they're going to take people and like teach them a dance, and then they're going to come out and it's going to be like a flash mob. I think in terms of bringing like older and younger people together, it's been really successful.
We had Peggy Seeger, who's an octogenarian folk singer, on a panel with 7 of our young people all talking together, and it was like one of the most inspiring conversations. The question was past, present and futures in radical art.
Even a small change is still a change, and sometimes a small change that ripples outwards.
That's what I feel, that art has made a change, especially for me, and therefore the people around me, my friends, my family. That's lovely, and I can feel this energy. Great.
An intergenerational festival is so important for community and the Gulbenkian. So different people from all different backgrounds and different ages and different experiences have more understanding of each other.
The work that's created today will become part of the archive and will go on to inspire future generations, and also how people now think of the Gulbenkian, how they work with it.
I mean, legacy is a really interesting idea as well, because we're working with an archive, so you never know, this might all get packaged up and put in the Gulbenkian archive, and 50 years time someone will pull it out and be like, oh, they did this festival, and you know, what can we learn from them, and can we be more empowered today? So, you know, it just keeps going.